Notice when you take the tape off, there's gonna be all that extra glue. Scrape it off with the razor blade. All that glue will turn into like a gummy, kind of like what you were taking off before. Identical. So, and just give it one more blast here on the sides, just so that you don't get any liquid after you took off that glue. And then this used to be the most difficult part because you had to put super glue and all this crazy stuff. But now the bezel frames that we sell, they come with pre-installed hot glue. The way that Apple does it is they use cold press glue. So I mean, ideally it's the same thing. They have a cold machine. This is activated by heat. So all you got to do is get it really hot. You'll see it to start bubble. I'm sure everybody's used hot glue at some point. Once it starts to bubble, just put it on really real quick. And then if it looks like there's some gaps, when you turn it around, just heat it again. You just press it nice and firm. You want to get it, as perfectly aligned as possible. And that's it. Everything else is just reassembling. Everything is easy as far as the reassembly. The only thing I could give you guys a pointer on is the speaker mesh on the top. Just line it up as best you can. Obviously there's a hole there. The glass that we have here too, sometimes you buy the iPhone glass from China, and then what happens is that your phone works and then your sensor doesn't. So you have that sensor that whenever you're on a phone call, you always mute people, and it's because the sensor is supposed to power off when it's on your face. So obviously if you have cheap glass, it's not really gonna power off. It's just gonna be lit up the whole time that you're talking on the phone. Well, if I can give you guys the best advice, it's buy a case for your phone, because look at all the work we have to go through to fix this. And don't give me the I can't do this because my fingers are too fat. Look at the size of my fingers. I mean, if I can do it, you'll be fine. We'll magnetize all the screws that you order. And if not, it'll be impossible to fish them out. Go ahead, once you reassemble the whole thing, clip all the banners. Do it. Don't press down too hard. You're supposed to hear them make a clicking sound, and then you know that they're nicely stuck in there. Remember to put these 5 screws back on. If they kind of went everywhere, do not over tighten them. And then this is probably the most frustrating part if you break it. Work along the sides. Do not push down real hard. The last thing you want is after you fix the entire phone and it's perfect that you push down too hard and you crack it. Remember, it's a piece of glass that you're bending. So work along the sides, jimmy your way all the way to the bottom, and you should be able to do it. And then we'll go ahead and test the phone here. You guys will see everything is working perfect. No backlight failure, no water damage, no dead pixels, no dust, no whatever else can happen. So, like I said, feeding Braves, go for it. Please, guys, like the video, subscribe. It took me a lot of time to do this for you guys. I did it so I can save everyone in the community that doesn't put a case on their phone some money. Thanks a lot. Follow us on social media.